what it is all about on the PGA Tour, and specifically here at the RBC Heritage, what all the breakfasts, what all the other fundraising is all about, is creating opportunities for other folks. And here at the RBC Heritage, that means scholarships for kids. Scott
Absolutely.
Richardson with the Scholarship Committee is with us. Scott, tell us a little bit, first of all, you got to play Santa Claus a little earlier this spring and help a lot of kids from the Low Country change their lives over the coming years.
Oh, there's no question, and it's a lot of fun to do, and these kids are so bright. I mean, it's just amazing. One of the last processes we do is we do a personal interview with them, and of course you can look at all the black and white and the test scores and all that sort of stuff, but we always get some really fun surprises when we interview them, and you just go, wow, this kid's really something. So,
tell me a story from this year. You remember one?
Excuse me. Yeah, we had one kid that was really interesting during the interview. All this interest in music and doing plays and so forth and so on. And we were talking, we looked down, we said, well, it looks you want to be pre-med, you want to be a doctor. And he said, yeah, I'm going to be a doctor. And I said, well, I tell you what, I said, in about 10 years from now, I said, I'll meet you on Broadway and you tell me about that doctor thing. Because everything he talked about was music and theater and all that. So but they've got diverse interests and things going on, but just so talented. And this year was interesting. We had a real good mix. We ended up with five of the students were number one in their class. Wow. Out of 8 we picked, which and we don't necessarily, that's not the criteria. Sometimes it's none. And then we had a good section of the group that was much to the lower end of the income spectrum, which we always like. We have a ceiling on it, but the ceiling's, it's a pretty high ceiling. So we felt like we got a real good cross section. Yeah,
and they get scholarships for the next 4 years for the colleges that they want to go to, and a good diversity throughout Beaufort County as well.
We did. We got a kid from Battery Creek this year, which we hadn't had one from there in a while, and it really spread out. So you're right, some years we get 2 or 3 kids from the same school, but this year it's spread out, and that always feels good to the community, so we like to see that too.
All right, this tournament's over. This set of scholarships has been given out. Let's start working on next year. I'm sure you already are. How can people get involved and do that for next year?
Well, we're trying to gain on it. At one time, our high mark was about 15 scholarships. Now, we give 8. We went up from 7 to 8 full college scholarships this year, and then we also give scholarships to USCB and the Technical College of the Low Country.
Yeah, that's a good point to mention.
Started that. Yeah, so that's another, I think, 8. The biggest thing we're doing is the Tartan Club, which we reinstituted this year, which is a direct donation to the scholarship fund. It doesn't go into the general funds per se. So if people want to really, if there are funds for scholarships and that's something that really is your thing, then join the Tartan Club.
RBCHeritage.com, I would think, is the place to go to make that all happen.
Sure, they can find it all on the website.
How long have you been involved in the scholarship portion of this? I know you've been involved on a number of different committees with the tournament.
Yeah,
this got to be rewarding.
Going on 3, yeah, it is. I've done a lot of different things.
But it's got to be really rewarding to be a part of this one, too.
Oh, absolutely, because this is, as you said, this is pretty much what it's all about. It's our biggest commitment. We've given over $3.2 million away over the years. 99 different colleges, several hundred students, so it's a good thing, and we want them to come back too, hopefully, and we want a Bill Gates.
There you go.
That's what we need. We need us a Bill Gates or somebody.
Well, and you're going to get kids who have taken that scholarship and turned it into Bill Gates, and hopefully they'll be paying it backwards as well. Scott, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you for your interest.
And again, this is what it's all about. The RBC Heritage does a spectacular job. The entire PGA Tour does a terrific job of this. It's all about giving back. In fact, the last numbers I saw, the tour does more charitable work, gives out more money back to its communities than all the other sports combined.
Exactly, no question about it.
Yeah, and that's terrific, and we're glad to have it, of course, as a part of Low Country life. We've got much more on the RBC Heritage and what's going on around the island still to come right here on the Hilton Head News.